Hey everyone, it's Cindy Walter, and it is Wealth Wednesday. And today I'm interviewing my friend and business partner, Susan Wheeler. So thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We're not sticking up 90-day game plan books today.
No, it seems so weird.
Week 4, we could go there, but what we're here for today is to kind of share a little bit about your story, and what you do daily in order to reach your level of success. So I think what I'd like you to share first, though, a lot of people don't know your story. You've always been an entrepreneur. You've had a cleaning business, a bakery. Before you got into the world of network marketing, you've always been an entrepreneur. I can't even remember the last time you had a punch your time clock job. I mean, you were probably a teenager. I don't know. So can you share with everyone what that journey has been like, and now that you're a six-figure income earner, how this has changed your world?
Gosh, yeah, there's so many different things I could say, but essentially, about a week before my senior year of high school, my father died of a heart attack, and college was not an option. My family was completely, he was 49 years old, and I had a younger sister, and my brother had just graduated from high school the year before, and there was just so much turmoil in our family, and so we just kind of muddled through. And I always felt like I was smart enough to do more than just sort of punch a time clock, and so I really kind of resisted it, and I spent years working in the restaurant business, which is great money, waitressing and bartending. I managed a restaurant, I opened a restaurant, but I never felt that I was paid what I was worth. And so I was I did a few things. I had my own cleaning business, and I own my own bakery. And man, you are working your tail off for, if you don't work, you don't get paid. And especially when I own my bakery, I probably worked, and there were literally days I worked 24 hours. My staff would leave, they would go home, they would go to bed, they would come back in the morning, and I would still be standing decorating cakes. And even weeks like that, I wasn't even getting paid. There was just so much overhead. And so when I found network marketing, it was kind of exciting because there was a lot less overhead. Direct sales, a lot less overhead. And I really felt like I could work as hard as I was a hard worker, and it really paid off, because if I wanted to earn more money, I would just, do more parties or whatever. And then fast forward now to where we are with network marketing. It's my years of hard work have resulted in really making this fabulous residual income. It's really unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, if they see someone who's achieved success quickly, like a six-figure income, like what you've been able to do in a relatively short period of time, they don't realize it's because of all the years of experience you've had in growing yourself personally, because personal development has been huge for you since I've known you. And, so it's a accumulation of everything that we've learned along the way. And I hate to hear people have regrets on, gosh, I wish I would have found this sooner. I wasted time doing this and this and this. Yeah, I look at everything I've done. My whole life has prepared me for this moment, this company, this business, and to serve others. And so it's just so amazing. Okay. So what I want to find out from you is, what do you do daily to move your business forward? So what are some of your consistent daily things that you do that are non-negotiable?
Okay. Well, I really do follow the Power Hour, and I use that as an example because I think people that are using it can understand. So there's no real secrets. I am consistent on Facebook. I'm consistent in branding myself. 4.5 years ago, I was a mess on Facebook, and I did all the wrong things, but I learned the right things, and I started following people that were successful. And I didn't copy them. I modeled what they were doing. So it's when I tell people to find someone that you really admire, that has your same values, model what they do. Don't steal and copy what they do, but see the message they're getting across. So I really am on Facebook doing prospecting, congratulating my team, and really branding myself. My other dream and goal this year is to finish and publish my book. So branding myself on Facebook has been really huge in that regard too. But that's it's reaching out, doing every single thing. ISOPULSE is huge when you know what's going on with your team, coaching with my leaders, even just touching base, how's it going? So especially in this 90-day action plan, it's different than any other time, where it's constant. I can't show you my desk because I can't see it.
Good. All right. So why don't you share with us, have you had any obstacles or, anything you've needed to overcome?
Absolutely. And everyone has obstacles and everyone deals with them differently. And I've learned to, when something's going on, I deal with it and then I leave it there, but I don't bring it to the table. And for instance, late spring, early summer, my mom died. And I was really caring for her for a long time. And I didn't post it on Facebook. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I didn't make my life that's what it was about. It was something I did because it was the right thing to do. And, obviously it was my mom, but I didn't bring it into my business because it would be too distracting. I didn't want all my phone calls to start with, how's your mom doing? I wanted to serve people. So yes, I've had that. Just recently, my uncle died, and, we're the family members that were taking care of all of that. And I have these obstacles and I have things that are happening like we all do, but you have to kind of take care of them, but, still deal with everything else you have to do. So not make it the center. It is the center of our world sometimes here in our little world, but then I can come here and it's a nice escape too. So I really...
that sometimes it's a nice distraction to have this when we have crap going on in our real world, which we all have.
Everybody does.
Everyone does. So, all right, awesome. How about, where do you go for inspiration? Or when you're going through these challenges, does it help you to get on a podcast or read a book? Like what do you do to kind of lift yourself up when you're struggling or having a bad day?
Yep. So I make sure I never have a bad day on Facebook unless it's kind of a funny bad day, that I can share, or maybe I'll talk about it when it's over with, because then it's a great lesson. But what I really find is that I love to run, and when I really exercise, I get a lot of that out. And unlike a lot of people that run with music or whatever, I always have a podcast on. And so I will run. And so physically I'm getting in the groove, and then mentally with a podcast, something motivating. I love Eric Worre. Another great thing to do too is there's a lot of short podcasts, but you can YouTube any motivational speaker. And if you're using your data, which I use when I'm running, you can listen to a YouTube. You don't have to watch it, but you can hear it too. So I like to flit around a little bit. There was a while that I was like strictly, following one thing or another, but I just like all the different perspectives. So podcasts for sure, and just getting out there and exercising really helps me.
Yeah, me too. Awesome. All right, we're going to end on this one. Any business tips that you want to share with everybody watching? So everybody watching here is doing Isagenix as some type of a business, whether it just be a little bit of a part-time thing, some are full-time. But what are some of your best business tips that you could share with everyone?
Well, there's a lot that we all kind of share in common, but what I'm going to share maybe will be a little different is I've been so excited the last couple of months, really working closely with my son and just watching what he's doing and how he says this business isn't easy, but it's simple. And I really think that the older people, not us, we're not older people, but we go to work to complicate things and to overthink it when really it's so simple and we're just talking with people and sharing. And I think that my best business tip would be to really, as far as prospecting, we always want to build our team or we want to build our leaders, and we just need to listen because the answer is always there. I just think really learn to be a good listener, and you don't get set up for disappointment. Listen to what people mean, not what they say. And if that hangs you up, then you've really got to kind of go back and really think about that, because people don't follow through with what they say they're going to do. And when they do that, that's fine. They're just not ready. But I don't set up expectations and put more energy into people than I should be. So I really would say that you just want to, get out there, talk to people, listen. If you listen, you can hear what they need. And, I think Isagenix has everything we need for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we do overthink things. I know it was kind of fun interviewing John and Tyler and having them share, and how John's, not only are they enrolling, but they're creating consultants, they're creating managers. Like, people are rank advancing, and they make it sound so simple. And I think sometimes we do overcomplicate it. I listened to a great Eric Worre podcast just the other day. I was sharing with another leader I talked with earlier today, and he said, he said, it all comes down to how many people you're talking to daily. That's it. That's how simple it is. How many people are you talking to daily? New people. And so we always have to keep creating more and more people on our prospect list that we're meeting and talking to, whether it be through Facebook, whether it be on the phone, in public, whatever, that we are. Yeah.
Please don't tell me that's Scott.
It was Scott. Sorry. While we're recording.
I'm kidding.
So anyway, so he just said it boils down to how many people you are talking to, how many new people you're talking to every single day.
Absolutely. That's true. And it's talking to, just having conversations. Just conversations. I think people think they've got to get on the phone and they've got to talk about Isagenix each time. So the more people you talk to, when you learn how to be a good listener, you can weave Isagenix into it. So it's not having the conversation. In the beginning, I remember when you and I started, every conversation was very intentional. We were building our business. We were calling people and being intentional. But then when you leave your warm market, you really just have to collect friends and friendships and relationships.
Yep. Connect with people. Yep, absolutely. All right, awesome. I could go on all day with you, my friend, but thank you so much for your time. And I hope you guys found value in this call. Please comment below with any tips that you got from Susan Wheeler's interview today. And thank you, guys. We'll see you next Wednesday. And thank you, Susan.
Great. Thanks, Cindy.